Let me get one thing out of the way first. All of the nonsense that happened at the end of this pay-per-view will be sorted out tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. You can count on that. The travesty that was the ending to the show will be corrected tomorrow night, so I will not even address it until we get there. That is that. Now, we can give a review of Night of Champions 2013. Let's get it started. Show starts off with Triple H, the Game, coming out to the ring, talking about how this Night of Champions, is going to be the greatest of all time. Love you, Triple H. Wrong. So wrong. So they come, and all of a sudden Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel come out, and they're talking, and Paul Heyman's basically saying, "Hey, you made a mistake. We can't have this match. It's not good for business." And then it ends up turning into Curtis Axel speaking his mind and getting upset at Triple H, to where Triple H says, "Well, you know what? Let me correct something. Night of Champions is supposed to be about defending all the titles, so I'm going to go back to that first person I find you're going to defend the Intercontinental title against." So we end up getting Curtis Axel versus Kofi Kingston. Curtis Axel wins this match. Made sense. You didn't want Curtis Axel to lose earlier in the night of, the night that he has to fight CM Punk, who's a much bigger star. So that was, that got out of the way. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Curtis Axel just wins. So that was the start. I don't even remember the order that these went in. I'll be completely honest. Well, like I said, we'll get there. We'll get there. So I honestly don't remember the order. So I'm probably gonna go out of order. But I'll just talk about stuff in whatever. I'll try to remember, but I know that it was I don't know if it was the next match, but either way, I don't even care. Alberto Del Rio versus RVD. That happened tonight. RVD ends up getting the win by DQ. Del Rio held the cross arm breaker on for 5 seconds after he had grabbed the ropes, so obviously that's a DQ. He gets DQ'd. But then after the match, RVD ends up getting the best of him, hits a 5-star frog splash, and all the good stuff. You know the two dudes in that match. Yeah. And then we also had the Fatal 4-Way Divas match, which AJ versus Naomi, Brie Bella, and Natalya. AJ, I predicted that Brie Bella would win this match. I should have known, but AJ ends up winning, which I like. I'm actually glad that happened. So yeah, AJ gets the win, so I'm totally cool with that. It was an entertaining match. It wasn't good, but it was entertaining. Just some stuff happened. I was just like, this is borderline ridiculous. This is just some screw ups happening. It was pretty funny. A random throw-in. We got Miz versus Fandango. Miz won the match. Makes sense. It's Miz. Fandango's, they just don't want to let Fandango be great. As much as they should let Fandango be great, they just don't let it happen. I'm trying to think. Okay, and then I think it was the CM Punk match. Then I think it was, Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman against CM Punk. This match, although I did not know it would be Ryback, this match went exactly like I thought it would. CM Punk eliminating Curtis Axel, which he did. Beating up on Paul Heyman for a while, which he did. But then getting caught off guard at the end by somebody, and then even though he got his hands on Heyman, ended up losing. So basically what I was thinking, the John Cena-John Laurinaitis match. John Cena beat up on John Laurinaitis for the whole match. Big Show comes in, knocks him out. Laurinaitis gets the win. That was what I thought would happen. That is what did happen in this situation. Same exact thing. Punk did what he wanted to do by getting his hands on Heyman, which him losing, I'm sure, in the storyline he'll be pissed, but really, he got his hands on him. That's really all he wanted. I don't think he's gonna be more pissed at Ryback than pissed that he lost, because he did what he wanted to do. So like I said, Ryback is the one that came out, interfered, put Punk through the table, and put Heyman over him after he was handcuffed. So I did predict that one, I will say. I got that one. So technically, Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel did defeat CM Punk tonight. And then we had the Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler in a U.S. title match that we all know the internet was just up in arms about. And I like Dolph Ziggler, I like Dean Ambrose, so I was excited about it too. Nothing too crazy, but I wanted to see it. Nothing too crazy. They had a few cool spots actually, so that was good news. Some cool spots. Dean Ambrose ends up getting the win, which at this point I was just picking Dolph Ziggler because I thought at some point they had to have a title switch, and they hadn't had any yet. But I was wrong, and Dean Ambrose retains, which makes sense though because they're a part of the Triple H storyline. But so then the next match was the tag team one, Shield versus Primetime Blair. So then I'm like, oh, okay, well Primetime Blairs obviously have to win because Orton's gonna win, and these guys they're not gonna have no titles change hands. Wrong. The Shield wins. It ended up getting a distraction, and while there was a distraction, Roman Reigns hits a spear, rolls out of the ring, and then Rollins gets the cover, so the Shield retain the tag team titles as well. So then I'm like, well, that kind of gave it away. Intercontinental title didn't change hands. U.S. title didn't change hands. Divas didn't. Tag team did. All the titles, the world title, none of them changed hands. And I'm thinking, well, shit. And there we were. We got to the WWE title championship main event, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. This match had a different feel because you could tell like there was actual heat behind it to where like SummerSlam, it was Cena Bryan. It had a big match feel because it never happened before, but there wasn't real tension, which isn't bad necessarily. Sometimes it's good to have. Like that match was a good time. So yeah, you could tell Daniel Bryan just wanted to get his hands on Randy Orton, and they go back and forth. There were some cool spots. There was DDTs outside of the ring by Orton. Daniel Bryan got a lot of good kicks in. Orton was in the yet no lock, yet label lock, whatever you want to call it. He was in that for a really long time and ended up not tapping. Orton hit backbreakers off the top rope, so it was good. It wasn't. I'm not gonna go to say it was anything unbelievably special. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy by any means, but it was what it was. And then it comes to a point where Daniel Bryan, there was a ref bump spot where the original ref got knocked out and a new ref came in, and then they go at it for a while, and then it ends up being knee to the face. Daniel Bryan pins Randy Orton, and the ref 1, 2, 3. It was kind of a quick count, but it kind of wasn't a quick count. But it was the referee that earlier had got knocked out and then came back in. So, like I said, I did not enjoy this pay-per-view. I was pissed and confused and just kept waiting for Triple H to come out, but he never came out. So instead of going on a big rant and being pissed, I'm just going to say, hey, they'll take care of this tomorrow. And then if they don't take care of this tomorrow, you'll see it on the review tomorrow. So have no fear. It'll be here tomorrow. Good night for now, Daniel Bryan. You'll be